I am so excited about this new project. So I had a spare denim shirt kicking around from my other shop, and I've wanted to use it for something, and then I came up with this fantastic idea. So I have made a brand new applique pattern, and I have just traced out all of my shapes. So if you're curious, the shapes look like that, and you trace them out onto your heat and bond paper. So this is a fusible web, and now we are going to fuse these shapes onto our fabric, which I will grab. One of the colors is this beautiful purple that we have. It is called Royal Purple by Northcott. We're going to fuse some of these shapes to that in our green color, cut them out, and then we're going to fuse them back onto this shirt and stitch around our design, and then we have a super cute shirt. All right, so we have our denim shirt and we've given it a press, and now we're going to draw our lines just to give us a guide to where to place our applique shapes. So we're going to go from the center of the shirt, from the neck right down to the hem. You don't have to go that far if you don't want to, but it's a nice guide. And then we're gonna go from armpit to armpit with a chalk pencil. Everything I use, all the supplies I use, I share my Amazon link, so you can go and check that out if you wish. These are really handy, especially for quilting and stuff. I like the chalk pencils. So anyway, we're gonna do that. We're gonna write our lines out, and then we can start using our glue stick just to put down our applique shapes without them moving around. I love glue sticks for that. And then we're gonna fuse it. All right, so we have our legend close by, and we're gonna refer to this and how to lay out our applique pieces. All of the applique pieces are lettered when we trace them out, so we know which goes where. And we've already drawn our lines on the back of our denim shirt. So now we can start laying out our design. So in order to do that, I really like using like a washable glue stick, because in applique, the likelihood of you wanting to move things around are pretty good. So I don't want to fuse anything down permanently until I'm digging the layout. So again, we're referring to our legend that we're going to kind of have a little off screen here. And we're just going to start picking our shapes out. So this is our center, okay? So this is what it looks like. We're gonna peel the back off of it, and the shiny side is the glue, right? So we're just going to start sticking this down and arranging it however we see fit. I kind of like it this way, maybe. Just find a position that you like. So what I'm doing is, if you can tell, I've taken the line that crosses and the line that goes down, and I've lined those up in my flower. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue just so it sticks for now until we are ready to fuse it down with our iron. And then after we have placed everything, we're gonna take it over to the iron and give it a press with the medium high heat, which is usually the wool setting, and we're gonna set it for 8 seconds. So 8 seconds, lift, press again, 8 seconds, never swish. I'm just gonna let you watch me put everything together. All right, so we have just finished laying out our last applique shapes, and now we are ready to take it over to the iron and give it a press. So we want to, again, press it on with medium high heat. That's a wool setting, or level 5, I believe. And we're just gonna go 8 seconds, lift, 8 seconds until the entire motif is complete, never swish. And then you can choose, if depending on what heat and bond you used, I accidentally used an ultra hold, which you do not sew. So this is just after I press it, it's done. But if you've used the Heat and Bond Light, then you're going to absolutely want to sew around each of the shapes. All right, and then after that, we're all done.